In the quiet little town of Maplewood, life was usually pretty predictable. But for three best friends, Ma, Leo, and Ben, things were about to get very strange. It all started with a dog. A sleek, black dog with piercing amber eyes that seemed to be everywhere they went. At the park, outside the library, even near their homes. It was always there, just watching. At first, they thought it was just a lost dog, maybe a little shy. But what really caught their attention was its collar. It wasn't your typical leather or nylon collar. This one had strange symbols that glowed with a soft, pulsing light. It was beautiful, but also a little bit spooky. The dog never barked, never wagged its tail, and never came closer. It just watched them, its amber eyes following their every move. The friends started to feel a chill. This wasn't just a wandering pet. This dog was following them. It was a silent, four-legged shadow, and they had no idea why. One sunny afternoon, their casual curiosity turned into serious concern. They were riding their bikes near the old, abandoned factory on the edge of town, a place everyone avoided, especially after dark when strange noises were said to echo from its rusty walls. And there it was, sitting perfectly still by the factory's locked gates. The dog, its glowing collar seemed brighter here, almost like it was reacting to something inside. That's when it hit them. The dog, the collar, the spooky factory. It all had to be connected. Emma, always the leader, looked at Leo and Ben. "This isn't a coincidence," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "That dog isn't just following us, it's a spy." It sounded crazy, but the more they thought about it, the more it made sense. They decided right then and there they had to figure out what was on that collar and what secrets the factory was hiding. Their summer just went from boring to dangerous. Leo, the tech whiz of the group, managed to get a close-up photo of the collar's glowing symbols. He ran the image through some software on his computer, and what he found made their hearts race. The symbols weren't just decorative. They were part of a complex circuit board, a tiny transmitter sending encrypted data to an unknown receiver. This dog wasn't just a spy. It was a high-tech surveillance device on four legs. The signal seemed strongest near the factory, confirming their suspicions. The dog wasn't just watching them. It was watching the whole town. But who would want to spy on a sleepy place like Maplewood, and why? The mystery was getting deeper and a lot more complicated. The friends knew they were onto something big, something that no one else in town had a clue about. With this new information, they knew they couldn't just stand by. They had to act. The next evening, armed with flashlights and a whole lot of courage, they followed the dog back to the abandoned factory. It slipped through a broken section of the fence, and after a moment of hesitation, they followed it in. The air inside was cold and smelled of dust and rust. They moved quietly, their footsteps echoing in the vast, empty space. The dog led them past silent machinery and down a dark corridor to a heavy metal door that was slightly ajar. Peeking inside, they gasped. It wasn't an old storage room. It was a hidden laboratory filled with screens and complex equipment. A shadowy figure was hunched over a console, monitoring live feeds from tiny cameras placed all over Maplewood. And the dog's feed was right there in the center. They had found the spy's nest. As they watched from the shadows, they overheard the person talking to someone on a headset, mentioning plans to use the collected information for some kind of town-wide scheme. They also learned the truth about the dog. It wasn't a villain. It was a victim. Its name was Shadow, and it had been a happy family pet before being taken and fitted with the spy collar. The technology didn't just transmit data. It controlled the poor dog's behavior. Using their quick thinking, Ben created a distraction, while Leo, guided by Emma, used his knowledge of circuits to disable the main console. Alarms blared, and the spy, caught completely off guard, made a run for it. But the kids had already called the police. With the system down, the collar went dark, and Shadow was finally free. The dog, as if waking from a long nightmare, nudged their hands gratefully. In the end, the police caught the culprit, and the town was safe. Shadow, now wearing a simple, new collar, found a new home with Emma, Leo, and Ben, becoming their loyal friend and protector. It was a powerful reminder that bravery and friendship can solve even the darkest mysteries. Thanks for watching our story. If you love tales of mystery and friendship, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.